Hello everyone, I am Yan, your favorite friendly Frenchman. Welcome to this stream of the Saturday, the 7th of March 2026. Happy weekend to you all, very happy that you choose to spend your Saturday evening with me. I'm really happy to be streaming on a Saturday, honestly. I've been on a roll lately, I've been loving the game. I hope you guys have been loving the game as well, because it seems to be like a bit of a dead spot, you know, in the timeline of Planet Coaster 2, and I really hope that at the very least I can motivate you guys to boot it up once again today. It's really nice. Also, I've taken all of the feedback that you guys gave me on Wednesday regarding the colors, so hopefully the colors now do not look washed out. Many thanks to Broccoli, who is one of my mods, who really helped me figure out that thing. Also, we have the chat on the top left, and I can see you guys. I don't have to look at my phone anymore. And we have music as well. We have music from Apple Music. We have a playlist that is all of the titles from, well, most of the titles actually, from the original soundtrack for Planet Coaster 1, Planet Coaster 2, Planet Zoo, and also the little remixes, thingy, lo-fi remixes for Planet Zoo that JJ Ibsen has done. How's everyone? Hi, I can see you all. That is so cool. Let's see who's there. Shane was here really early. Hi Shane, hi Talented. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm already messing up, I'm sorry. Hi Talented 4. Hi, oh my goodness. I only see the handles now, so I don't remember your name. I think it's Chris, but I'm not exactly sure. But I'll say hello CSCH. Hello, Figit yeah, I think that's it. You're a member as well. Hello, Brice. Hello, Miss. Hello, Trutz. Hello, Willow. Hello, Afterlink Coaster Freak. Hello, Mr. Domes or Domez. I don't know actually. Is it Domes or Domez? I kind of want to say Domez. It sounds like Gomez. Hello, Chicken Viking. Nice to see you, man. Welcome everyone. So, you know the drill from Wednesday's stream. I'm going to do a lot of those streams until I finish Belleflore, hopefully weekly, maybe even bi-weekly, depending on whether I'm free the Saturday like today. And yeah, so we're going to do that. How do I... Hold on. I need to click... Yes, there we go. It's very weird to keep the chat on top because, yeah, okay, there we go. Because you have to click back on the game like you're using your Windows key. But that's fine. So, let's go back to Belleflore. Let me show you a little bit of what I've done since last stream. Last stream, just for reference, we did the... I mean, I called it show building, but it's not really a show building, isn't it? It's like a building for the kitchen, essentially, at the back of our restaurant. And I've also... started a little backstage area. Well, it's not that little anymore. It's kind of big, actually. People who have been in the VIP chat, if you want to become a VIP supporter, by the way, I literally post like almost every hour. It's crazy. But yeah, if you've seen what has been occurring on the VIP chat, it's been a lot of work since Wednesday. I've worked pretty much like almost 10 hours a day since Wednesday. I've done the little marina here. I'm not gonna show you guys everything, as you know. I'd like to keep the spoilers light, but I've done the facades and the little tunnel. So I have the service road going here. It's really nice. Having the same, I had like a motivation burst when I made Untamed, but that has now faded away, kind of waiting on a new DLC. I really hope that they get a move on with that DLC, honestly. Apparently, according to some people, the Steam database has been updated with internal stuff, so maybe things are moving around because something is coming up soon. I'm honestly not aware if that's the case. If I was aware, I wouldn't be able to say it to you guys. But if yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I was about to say if if I don't talk to you guys about this, it's that I'm under NDA. But I'm not under NDA because there's nothing yet. So anyway. Is the tiny OBS window on the corner normal? Yes, that is how I have the pop-up chat on the top left. I have to keep the OBS on the bottom right here. And the reason I do that is basically every solution I've found for every problem I had in the last stream are duct tape solutions. So I'm now streaming my my whole desktop instead of just the Planet Coaster window, and but I think it's fine. I think it's fine, honestly. Like, just ignore the OBS little window in the bottom right. All right. Looks incredible. Thank you so much. Hiya, Birdie. Oh my goodness, what was that? Hiya, Birdie, as you said. Hi, Disblows, by the way. Domes, okay. Domes, it's Domes. The ship looks fire, thank you. AK1000, nice to see you here. I don't know what it is today, my head is not heading again. Can relate, honestly. Can relate. I don't know why that Toy Box song reminds me of the Simpson. Hit and run. What Toy Box song? This is not a Toy Box song. This is amazing. I unfortunately on Apple Music and Spotify and whatever you're using, I'm using Apple Music because I've been using it for years. But by the way, speaking of music, let me know if the music is too loud, if you can hear me fine. Let me know everything you need to let me know. I can still work on that while we're in the intro of the stream. But yeah, this is not a Toy Box song, and I was about to say on the streaming services, there is no DLC music, unfortunately. No, even the song from before is main game as well. It's Fantastic Flume Factory, I think the track is called. I need to have a look on SteamDB at some point. I haven't personally looked at it. People in the Frontier Unlocked Discord server. Sorry, I don't know. I was I kind of bugged here. Music is a little bit too loud. Is it too loud for you guys as well, or is it only K1000? Let me know, honestly, because I can very easily change that, and I'd rather do that at the beginning of the stream, whereas like once we get started, I kind of want to get in the mood of building, and while we're talking, it's kind of the best time to do that. But yeah, I've been on a roll. I'm really trying to get this area wrapped up because I'm really excited about doing the Woody that's going to be all the way over there. Keep the music as is. Not just them, okay. I'm gonna wait for like 2 or 3 more. It's slightly too loud, okay. If a mod says it's slightly too loud, I'm going to make it less loud. I think I'm gonna have to do it here. Whoops. Let's say 40. Is that any better? Let me know. I'm gonna keep talking, keep yapping. This is my specialty anyways, yapping. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm really excited to do a GTI these days. I have no idea why, probably because Toverland keeps posting about Troy's retrack at the moment, because it's the off season, as you know, and they're retracking Troy, and so they're letting people take pictures at the bottom of Troy, It's really really cool, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to a trip that I'm going to do as well in May with Broccoli and Birdie. We're going to the Netherlands. Well, Birdie is not sure if he's gonna come yet. We really hope that he will, but Broccoli at the very least is very sure, and myself is very sure as well. It's gonna be my first solo, solo, not with family trip, because last year I've been to Walibi, Belgium to do this is hard to say in English. Mechalodon. There we go. And in the summer as a birthday gift. So yeah, that was really really cool. But I'm really craving for international kind of things. And I know it's in Belgium. Technically, it is international, but I know Walibi, Belgium, like it's kind of one of my own parks, in my opinion, at the very least. So yeah, I'm really really excited. Apparently Birdie is as well. Looking at the chat, using Apple Music on a Windows PC seems weird to me. I'm not gonna switch. I have like a 30-hour playlist, rock playlist that I've been doing. That I'm not willing to part with, so I'm never going to switch from now on. I've been actually using Apple Music for I think at almost 10 years now. I think next year is gonna be 10 years, so 9 years. It's yeah, it was a while. We're doing the Efteling, yes. In fact, we're staying at the Grand Hotel for the entire trip. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna try vlogging, honestly. I know it's gonna be hard to vlog at Walibi because they don't allow filming on rides, but Toverland and Efteling are fine as long as you use a chest mount at Efteling, and Toverland is fine with the wrist mount. And hey Wonky, I'm not watching but I'm here. Thank you for being here then. The only thing I don't like about this chat compared to my phone is I don't really know how many people are in the chat. That's not exactly an issue, but compared to the way I was doing it before, I don't really know. Hey Mass Bandit, nice to see you, man. Bonjour indeed, bonjour to you. And what day are you planning on going to Walibi? We'll keep you updated on that, Keegan, because are you still working on Walibi? If you are, then we're going to let you know. I think we're planning to do it on a Friday, but I'm not kind of willing to say that publicly yet. Just because, you know, for Broccoli's safety and Birdie's safety as well. I'm gonna have someone at home while I'm away, but I would rather keep that private for now, at the very least. Okay, you're returning for your first season. I need to drink. Sorry, give me a sec. There we go. Yes, so as I was saying, you're returning for your third season. That is great. We'll definitely let you know once we have locked in the... Well, we have locked in the week. We don't know exactly when we'll do what. Because we might even do Walibi Belgium on the first day. We're not even sure, honestly. It's kind of a mess, but it's a good mess. It's a mess in a good way at this point. And but once I have the information of when we go, I'll let you know, Keegan. Don't worry. Why aren't you streaming on Twitch? Because everything is on YouTube. My YouTube channel is on YouTube, so it's very easy to have everything centralized on a single platform. First of all. And including the VODs, you know, the video on demand. It's really cool because I know some people, for example, missed the stream on Wednesday, and watching it back is really important to me, whereas I'm not really sure how to do that on Twitch. In fact, I don't like Twitch, if I'm honest. I've never been a Twitch fan at all, so I'd rather keep everything on YouTube. I'm a YouTube guy, so that's why I'm not streaming on Twitch. Even though it might be better, in some cases, but yeah, I'm really happy to just stream on YouTube. Anyway, so this is kind of where I stopped this afternoon. I've kind of done this this portion of the service road that is going to connect with this one over there. In fact, let me move the construction wall. There we go. $28 watching, you can do an update every few. Nah, that's fine. Honestly, whether there's one person or 46 like last stream, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'll be fine not knowing. It's okay. Just keep chatting so I don't feel alone. I'm happy to answer any question or, you know, start rambling on about a subject of any of you choosing. This is what we are here for. Let's say 105? Yep, 105 seems nice. There we go. Hey, Gaming Banan! Welcome to the stream, nice to see you. I use Twitch myself, but it can be clunky at times. I mean, it's YouTube we're talking about, it's clunky as well. I think streaming in general is very clunky. Like, literally everything that I've done regarding the color correction, regarding the chat popping on the top left, and the music is literally like duct tape solutions. So yeah, I'm guys, what color are your toothbrushes? In fact, funny you would ask that. I've purposefully chosen a pink one at this point. I'm soon going to change it, but last time, I don't know, I find it funny that for once I would have a pink toothbrush. Wow, I'm really letting you into my intimacy right now. Love the park, man, it's so good. Thank you, Mass Bandit, thank you so much. Thank you, I've been loving what you've been doing in, posting and the Bro Nation Discord with, I want to say Elemental Gardens, but I'm not sure if that's the name. I think I remember correctly though, but let me know if I just made that up or not. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is not this. Question, how do you handle beyond the... I assume the M means main park entrance. Some people make full parking lots or roads, but I haven't ever figured out how I'd want to handle that. So this park is a little bit special because Belleflore was made fully knowing that I'm going to well, that I'm literally right now using a PC, in fact. And so the idea from the start was to start building it as a PC park, not a console park. And so that meant that I would build things as if I would be on PC, including parking lots. For the longest time, I haven't been doing parking lots, and I think that's fine. If you look at Camtasso Park and my very old parks from Planet Coaster 1, you don't necessarily need a parking lot or, I don't know, access roads like I'm doing today. You know, that kind of thing. You can just stick to the park, Maybe the outside of the park is not detailed and whatever, but in my opinion and my focus in the game is really immersion from the guest perspective. That means, you know, oops, come on, exit, there we go, that perspective in particular. So I want everything to look good from this view, essentially. And if you look at Camtasso Park, everything looks good from this view, but everything else, if you look at the park from a top-down perspective, is disgusting. And I do mean it. So, yeah, essentially that's how I think about it. I just build what I want to regarding whatever I want to do, essentially. What is the point of the park? Before doing an entrance, before doing a parking lot, before doing anything like that, just imagine what you want your park to be, if that makes any sense. Like, what is your park? What is the identity of your park? For example, Mass Bandit here is talking about that project of his that he's got, and for him, instead of starting from an entrance, you know, as most people would do, because I don't know, when you think about a theme park, the first thing you see is an entrance, but designing a theme park is different to building it, you know, and imagining it, because the thing that is confusing with Planet Coaster is that you have both the imagination and the building kind of taking place at the same time, whereas usually you would go into the concept first and then build it. Well, you know what? Not exactly, but in the sense that you know you would I think I'm gonna have to do this in the sense that they have the architects coming in, making the concept arts feasible, notes, interpretation of the notes, you know, a lot of things. Whereas in Planet Coaster, I mean, this is game, so yeah. What does the 1608 mean? It is my birthday. Yeah, Gaming Banana said that. Like, how do you keep it from having the awkward border where the build map ends? What, you mean those things? Like that right here? Just avoid it. Honestly, like, if you look at that, I'm pretty far away from the borders themselves. Like, I'm really trying to avoid those as much as I can. I'm just now remember I actually already knew this. Don't know what you're talking about. Iron's family, the exact same. Always struggle. Your toothbrush is blue-green. Okay. Oh, wait, what? No, actually, I thought this was related to the toothbrush, but no, definitely not. I think a service road, ring road, sorry, really helps solidify the park's boundaries, separate from the in-game map. Exactly. That is true, but then again, as you say, it's if you're going for realism, like I'm very much in that school of implied realism. I would say, for example, Geekism is one of those guys as well. Honestly, Bandit, I'm not that familiar with your parks, if I'm honest, because learned about you back when Planet Coaster 2 was announced. I think it was in July 2024, and yeah, I haven't like I've seen your DLC builds and some of those, but if I'm honest, I'm not familiar with your park builds. I'm sorry. That feels so bad saying it. But oh, actually no, I do remember it was still on Planet Coaster 1, but I do remember that you're kind of you're pretty realistic, actually, I would say. Like, over-implied realistic. Like, you go really in-depth, if I remember correctly. That was great. Yeah. What was the name of that park? Go watch Bro Coaster. That's nuts, but it's like 10 people, super realistic park. Conifer Slopes. I remember that. Brazos. That is a weird... I'm not gonna say anything. Brazos Square is a 50-50 park. 50 by 50 park, sorry. I just use fences as borders. Yeah, you can do very various projects. Hey DJ Prince, I'm so sorry I missed your message. Started my last two parks from the middle, Miss Baba says. Is that true? Oh, last two parks, yeah. So that doesn't include Nebula, I don't think. I'm gonna put it back to 15, just so I can do this. I think the next stream is going to be about the layout of the coaster. Like, I think in the next 3 days I'm going to work on the dark sides. I always say dark side section, but it's dark ride section. I don't know why I say dark side. I'm on the dark side. Luke. But yeah, I'm gonna work on the dark ride section, and once that's done, I'll be doing the layout. I mean, technically, some part of the layout has been done. Like, this is definitive from the brake run here. Star Wars area confirmed. Hey Fog, nice to see you, man. In fact, not Star Wars, but a Disney IP that I almost played with, and then I decided that I would focus on finishing Belleflore instead, was doing my interpretation of Avengers Campus at Disneyland Paris. And I really like this idea because, like, many years ago, like 3 years, well, many, not that many, but 3 years ago, I started my first attempt at Marvelous Realms, if you guys remember that, if you were around at the time, and obviously that didn't work all that well, but one of the areas was supposed to be that sort of Avengers Campus inspired area, because that year the Avengers Campus in Paris did it open in 23? I'm not sure if it opened in 23. Oh no, I'm having memory loss right now. Has it? I'm not sure. I think it has. No, it definitely has. But the point is, you know, it wasn't very good, but it still inspired me a lot of cool ideas. including what I called Valorous HQ, which was something about made-up superheroes from using like sci-fi animatronics and whatnot. It was really fun, like really fun idea. Way too ambitious, like the entirety of Marvelous Realms anyway, but way too ambitious for my skills in the game at the time. July 2022. Oh yeah, that makes sense actually, because Marvelous Realms was 2022 as well. In fact, 2022 is the time I started my my YouTube channel and started mingling with the console the console community. It was 4 years ago actually. I remember I started watching Iron Maddie at the time. Belleflore acquired Star Wars confirmed. Can you imagine the legal issues that would entail? Like the having Disney like 200 kilometers away or something from Belleflore. That would not work actually. I need to raise it up ever so slightly so I can have this part. Whoops. There we go. So I can have this part underneath the show building. Just looked it up. I assume so, yes. We now need to add a Star Wars Easter egg to this ride. Can I mean... Sure! Let's do it right now. You want me to... Okay. Hold on. I'm having a like the Star Wars reference that I want to do is related to the storyline of this attraction, and it's you know the meme "There's always a bigger fish" from episode 1. I would really like to put this somewhere, but I don't know where. By the way, welcome to the inside of this show building. I don't know. Let me write it down my notes, and I swear I'll do it at some point. Hold on. Belleflore. It's not on my screen. I don't do everything on my desktop. My notes are still on my iPhone. Okay, let's use this. There's always a bigger fish. There we go. That'll be my mission tomorrow. Will there ever be something similar to Marvelous Realms again? Yes. Yes, in fact. Do you guys want spoilers or not? Let me know. Actually, I think I can do polls. Yes. Next park. Projects. Spoilers. Yes. Or no. Start the poll. There we go. Now you guys can vote. inspired by some of the planets in Endor. Would be so cool in a big theme park. I think in general with Star Wars you can do so much in general. Don't think I've cut much of Belleflore since the last coaster, so soaking in a bunch. Yeah, that's perfectly normal. I've only started streaming this this park again, and but the next episode is coming. I want to say in 2 weeks, but don't take my word for it. Maybe some decorative fish trophies. I have some fish artworks all around the area, which Miss really loves. Increasing units. I like that. That is a nice idea. What a cute definition of a perfection this is. And also, speaking about the queue, the little bit that is here is going to overlook the first dark ride scene. I think I want a replica of the lighthouse right here, and then we go into something much more like the Flying Dutchman at Efteling, which is like a pure darkness space until some lighting reveals some creepy stuff. Not a ghost ship in this one, but a bigger fish. 2 weeks release confirmed, or else we riot. Oh no, what have I done? I think 2 weeks is a realistic time frame. Already know what the spoiler is about? Yeah, for sure. I feel like everyone is saying yes, so let's just roll with that. So there we go, end the poll. Wow, 15 people have said yes, and there is not one single no. Okay, so the next park project is going to be Camtasso World. I am not satisfied with what I've done on... Well, no, I am satisfied with what I've done on console regarding Camtasso Park. The problem is, it was on console. And as always on console, you have to sacrifice aspects of the build to, you know, make it fit within the complexity meter. But the point is, much like Belleflore, I don't have to worry about the complexity meter anymore. I only have to worry about my PC exploding. So, from that standpoint, I think redoing a Camtasso Park style project where we use every single one of the theme in the game is a good idea. And so I'm not saying much more than that. What I will say is that between Belleflore and that park series, there's going to be a bit of a gap in time where I will do some more standalone kind of build just to recharge my batteries, and also trying to grow the channel, because remember, this is what I do full time, and I need to think about, unfortunately, the business side of my time on YouTube. It's never pleasant, especially in the context of where things are at with Planet Coaster and YouTube at the moment. But you know, it is what it is, and I think doing some videos, I want to say kind of like what TH Designs does at the moment, but you know, my formula, kind of like the free compact coasters video, or you know, that kind of stuff. Except, of course, the only reason why this might not happen and we might go straight back to a park series, that would be if Belleflore really does well in the later episodes. Maybe that was just bad luck with Borealis, and yeah, that would be it. So that's the nearest park project. On top of that, let me catch up with the chat, actually. Ghost fish. Not exactly a ghost fish. You'll see. You'll see. I really want to watch this, but Constantly. Oh yeah, okay. I've read that. How's everyone doing today? How are you, Elephant Puppet? Nice to see you and welcome to the stream. I'll be at Efteling in November. Can't wait. Oh yeah, you'll be able to catch those Danse Macabre night rides as well. Senna, welcome to the stream. Do something like Campus at Nigloland. This is kind of something like Campus at Nigloland, but more more immersion focused, if that makes any sense. Like, this is very dark ride heavy, but if you look at the Splashdown, for example, it's really kind of into the same vibes. I mean, the theme is literally North style as well, so yeah, it's kind of like Campus as well. Contesto's second part confirmed. Indeed, it is. TH Designs is cooking at the moment, yeah. I mean, what, from a purely business point of view, he is so smart with what he does, content-wise, that... Hey Rippy, welcome to the stream, by the way. Sorry, I almost forgot to greet you, but welcome to the stream. What is very smart about what TH Designs does is that he is very, very good at mixing SEO stuff. For example, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 with Planet Coaster 2. AI stuff with Planet Coaster 2. Wheel of Wonders is also a very popular concept in general. So yeah, a lot of really, really smart decisions from a business standpoint, and that's how he has grown. I assume he's a he. I don't want to assume his gender, but I'll say they. That's fine. They've grown like very, very fast, and I assume that's why. Again, from a purely business related point of view. From a creative point of view, I'm not into it. Like, personally, this is not the kind of content that I watch. It's too gimmicky. I don't mean that in a bad way, because I'm sure he does quality content. They do, sorry, quality content. But this is not the YouTube I've grown up with. You know what I mean? I had to step away, and we talking about the current Planet Coaster 2 YouTube landscape. Yes, basically yes. I was talking about what I would do between Belleflore and the next park series, which will be Camtassa World, and I said basically that I wanted to step away from park series for a little bit. And what am I doing here? Oh, okay, that's because I have this selected. In fact, you know what? Let's split everything from the building so that I don't mess up in the future. Same with those. But yeah, I definitely want to try more standalone stuff, just to see if that works better than doing just theme park stuff. Because creatively, if I could, I would do just that. But sadly, since I decided, and this is kind of a double-edged sword, since I decided to do this full-time, sometimes I have to take really bad decisions creatively, but you know, to make it better for my life in the end. Sorry, I needed to take a little sip of water real quick. The music was a great addition, by the way. Thank you. Glad you like it. I've always wanted to have the music, and this is why I activated the soundtrack for, well, within the game in general. but having the, I don't know how many tracks, but I think something like 170 tracks playing in the background randomly. I think that's a really cool idea. No break for you. No breaks. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be able to play video games all day, every day. So, you know, no breaks is kind of justified. Sorry, I kind of burped here. Again, Wheel of Wonders. No, I'm not. I'm really not into like really gimmicky kind of thing. I know it really works super well, but it's really not my thing. If I, well, when I'll do more standalone videos again, it'll be much more akin to, say, the Free Compact Coasters video, which is in itself already kind of gimmicky. But you know, my gimmicky instead of, you know, everyone else's gimmicks. This is kind of what I wanted to avoid, essentially. I just realized if this park is located in Nord-Pas-de-Calais, it means it's a real competitor to Belleflore and Plopsaland, Belgium. I would even say Parc Astérix itself, yes. Hey Jovencito, nice to see you, and yes, I solved the darkness problem thanks to Broccoli, who helped me a ton the day after the last stream, so that was first day. And I also managed to have the chat, as you can see on the top left corner, so I can see you guys real quick instead of looking at my phone and stopping the what is going on in the stream, basically. And music also. Music is cool. I'm gonna need to have a quick toilet break. So I'm really sorry, I'm gonna leave you guys on Borealis for like a few minutes. But I'll be right back, okay? And welcome back to the stream, my friends. I'm really sorry about that. And I'm gonna tell you guys why that was the case and why that happened. It's so stupid. And something that never happened to me before. But basically, yeah. Learning you have diarrhea during a stream is a bit of an intense thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh. Hopefully that won't happen again. But that was an experience. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought I left that track out of the... Okay, well, no, I haven't. I clearly haven't. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm sorry I had to talk about it, because this was like the most random thing that ever happened to me on stream. Anyway, let me catch up with the chat. I'm sorry. 45 minutes late? No, don't worry. We're still live. Randomized coaster builds make you better at coaster building. I personally don't think I need that, honestly. Not saying that I'm like flawless at coaster building, but like I think I'm way past learning how to build coasters still. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. How can I do that? Because the maintenance bay is a bit sunk in the ground, so how am I gonna deal with that? You know what? Let's just deal with it like this. Are those custom doors? Yes, they are. I really like to see the coaster section. The coaster section, this is completely temporary. Like, this will not stay. The only thing that's not temporary is what I've done today, which is anything from this block section to, well, the offloading station. Hey Alex, welcome to the stream, man. Looks really cool. Oh no, we're on a coaster. What kind of torture is that? Okay. So that was all about... This is the best flying coaster park I have ever seen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then thank you, Miss, for keeping the chat busy while I was pooping my guts out. Right. Anyone I forgot to greet, perhaps? Hey, Kiara! Welcome to the stream. Hey, 10 Pilots, welcome to the stream as well. Just downloaded Belleflore. It makes my game crash when loading. Really? Already? That's a bit strange, actually. Alright, so I think I need to have this. Hey 10 Pilots. Sorry if I forgot to greet you. I'm in a bit of a of a weird mood right now. Too many things happening. Right, so what I want to do is flatten the terrain a little bit. That rock work is lovely, thank you so much. It's not much as well. Like, I remember you said in the VIP chat that it really looked like some Phantasialand kind of rock work, and I kind of disagree in a sense. Like, Phantasialand is like fully immersive, whereas this is like still showing some parts of the backstages and everything. Let me just check if I haven't put some terrain in the tunnel. Nope. Okay, that's cool. Let me have a quick sip of water. Oh, you haven't played that. You haven't played Planet Coaster 2 since you made that cafe the other day? That's fine. Take a break sometimes. It's really. Some people really don't realize that how healthy taking breaks from the game is, especially creative games in general. You know, Planet Coaster, Minecraft, Planet Zoo. It looks more like Lepal than Phantasialand, yes. Definitely. I mean, it's a weird mix of influences. I would say this area in particular is really inspired by Europa Park. I mean, there's literally that building that is stolen from Europa Park. But otherwise, yeah, I see the Lepal comparison. This about my rockwork compliment? Yes, it is. Phantasialand is not completely immersive. Going to the fantasy area. Turn around 80 degrees. Eh. I mean, it's older and it's starting to be remade to fit their standard, I feel like, so, you know. And usually when you think about Phantasialand, you think about terrain, you think about fly, and like high budget kind of theming. I'd say we're more along the lines of Parc Astérix, maybe? Something like that. You're going to Lepal this summer? That's cool. I've never been. This is not my region of France at all. I really wish I could go there at some point. In fact, the whole southeast of France with Walby-Rhône-Alpes and those other parks in the area. There's a building for events behind you. Yes, I know, but it is the old part of Phantasialand. This is what I mean, essentially. Like, when you talk about Phantasialand, people think that you're on about, you know, Klugheim and Rookburg. Are you gonna make a water show in the lake? Probably. Probably. I in fact, today in the VIP chat, I was debating whether... hold on, let me finish this first and I'll show you. go. I was debating whether this space should be an overflow pool. You know, if basically when it rains a lot, the water rises, obviously, and so overflow pools are kind of preventing that, basically. But the argument against that was that with the rapids that are going to be around here somewhere, there's going to be another opportunity for an overflow pool that is older than this area. So I don't think it would have been logical to do it here. And the second option was to do a little dock area for barges. Barges? Do you say barge? Barge is a verb in English. It's not a name, is it? You know, boats, essentially. Boats that have technical stuff for fireworks, lighting for shows, and that sort of stuff. So a water show, no, because the water effects are way too small in the game. Like this right here is the largest I can get with the water in this game. So yeah, in fact I need to close that ride. There we go. But a barge is a boat too. Thank you, 10 pilots. But yeah, it's something I'm debating with myself. I kind of want to have a little dock here to have those firework barge ready and worked on. And stored as well, because they wouldn't be used outside of some seasons. Kind of like what Parc Astérix does, essentially, with... well, they don't have a dock, per se, but they only do it in the summer, and so I think they could do something like that. Or, you know, at the end of the winter season, or of the season, I don't know. We'll see, we're not there yet. And the point... about all that is that I'm going to wait until I do the final area, which is going to be right here, because I feel like there's going to be a moat with the... I cannot say that word, I'm sorry. The Arthurian area of Arthurian. About King Arthur, essentially. Well, Merlin, more likely. And there is going to be a moat essentially all around this area. Well, a simulated moat at the very least, or maybe a full moat. I don't know. I'll see it. This is not my today's concern. But anyway, the point is, this is a kind of a unique opportunity to have something linked to the lake where you can store some things away into the backstage essentially. So yeah, I've missed so many messages. Kryptonite motion, cool, thank you. Thank you so much. If taking breaks is healthy, I'm in tip-top shape. Sorry, I asked a question and then left again. We're having a company over in a bit, and I had to take something out of the oven. That's fine, man. That's fine. See, that's my issue as well. I've learned American English, so my accent is kind of copying American accent, or trying to at the very least. And the problem is, in the recent years, I've been hanging out with a lot of British people, so I would say that my accent is still American for sure, but my vocabulary and my idioms are much more British than they were 4 years ago. So right now, instead of saying man or mate, I said main. And this is something that is very common when I speak English with people. Anyway, There you go. But yeah, all that to say, this is fine. Don't worry. If anything, I'm glad that you're here while you're having something. Well, had something in the oven. Hello, how are you? I'm good, Meow Meow. Thank you so much for asking. How are you? Nice to have you along. Welcome to the stream. Both a verb. Okay. Game, I want to see the boat do the drop. You'll have to wait until the video to see that. Or maybe the next stream is going to be the layout, so maybe you'll be lucky and you'll be able to see that then. It has nothing to do with this, but have you ever tried to make an old gen gravity group? They used to have the PTC 2x3 bench strength. I've done a gravity group, but I've not done an old school kind of gravity group like this. Looks a bit like the family coaster at Bagatelle. No clue what its name is though. I'm not even sure what you're on about. I've adopted cheers from the Brits I've encountered. That's what hanging out with John T will give you. You guys join us. I've got to go, unfortunately, to sort real life things out. Bye all. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Well, thank you for tuning in for a little bit, Shane. Always a pleasure to have you around, my friend. And take care, man. When does the next video come online? I'm thinking that it's going to be in 2 weeks. I'm gonna try very hard for that to be the case, but if it's not, don't be mad. It's probably gonna be 3 weeks. Sometimes I forget that most people don't use British phrases, and it surprises me when people say they learned them for the first time. Yeah. Find a family coaster on Coasterpedia and post it on the Discord chat. I think you can post it in this chat actually, so we can all have a look. Maybe going on a trip this summer. We'll visit KD. I'm not sure what KD is. Carowinds and Hershey Park. That's cool. As a French, I'm so happy. Wow. Yes, as a French, this is so cool. KD is King's Dominion, isn't it? Okay. That is a really cool trip, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of jealous. Can I be in your suitcase? I wouldn't fit. I'm pretty sure links work in YouTube chat. I've posted links to, for example, the Discord before, so I don't see why it wouldn't work for you guys either as well. I don't know. I'm mixing my... I'm French, by the way. Did you know? But hey, you can just try anyway. Right, and so my idea is to have a kind of ramp into the backstage thing. Is this the water coaster staging? Yes, and unfortunately I have to kind of cheat a little. Just because the door for the staging here is right here, and if you look at that, it's not aligned, but if I had to align it a little bit, the station would have actually just so I can have some theming over there. I think it's a good idea to put it here. I'm excited for the Aztec area. It's gonna be Mayan actually, with the invert and the river rapids. No, river rapids are going to be in the American area. In the Mayan area, there's going to be a Vekoma boomerang and a... Oh, I've just noticed that this is doing that. So let's move them ever so slightly to the left. But yeah, there's going to be the usual combo of rides. Of Vekoma rides that you get with an STC. That's gonna be great. You don't think it sends? Oh, that's all right. That's all right. You can do the Discord then. I'm planning to go to Hershey and Knoebels this summer. That's cool. Really, really cool. Especially Hershey Park. I really wish I could. Well, I've been to the United States a good handful of times, to be fair. So I'm luckier than most French people, I would say. That being said, I would love to do so much more. And just the parts that I've done Florida a lot. I've done Florida a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4 times I've done Florida. And I've done a whole west of the United States road trip with my family when I was 16, and I did a couple of theme parks. I've done Universal Hollywood and a little bit of Magic Mountain, but since the people organizing the trip were not theme park nerds like I was at the time, they did both parks in the same day, so I haven't done a lot at both parks. Even though at the time I don't think Universal Hollywood had a lot to offer, to be fair. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've done in the US, and there's so much to discover. This is why I really want to go back to the US at some point, but right now my budget is just not allowing me. What was the last theme park I've been to? I think that would be Parc Astérix, actually. It was a really bad time to go to Parc Astérix as well. It was a terrible day. It was like one of the busiest days of the year, and for some reason we decided to go then. Basically, if you want to go to Parc Astérix, try to avoid the... Ooh, what is it doing? Try to avoid the Halloween season. It's extremely busy, and even though the Halloween offering is really good, I feel like you're just not going to have a good day. If I can offer you advice on when to go to Parc Astérix, it would be around the mid-May season, outside of the holidays that France has. Like, let me check for this year, for example. Like for example, this year it would be from the 18th to the 22nd of May. That is the ideal time to go to Parc Astérix. I have not been to Nigloland, no. I really want to go to Nigloland though. In fact, this mega coaster was inspired by Alpina Blitz. I think it was obvious if you know the park well. And I have one of my friends, in fact, the friend that I've been to Parc Astérix with, who lives kind of close by Nigaloland, so I think it is within the cards at some point. My priority though is going to the Netherlands again with Birdie and Broccoli. So the smaller one here. Remember when placing trees to always check your sight lines. Very important. The thing you just did with the path, I would meticulously do it with stems because I hate the edit tool. When it's not complying, this is usually what I do, yes. Midwest around Pennsylvania and Ohio is just insane for park coaster nerds. So many great parks in a reasonable drive. Yeah, some French friends, well, acquaintances, let's say, from YouTube have done that a number of years ago, and they really liked it. I'm gonna need some IV as well over there. Good evening, Hendrik. How are you doing, my man? Nice to see you tuning in. Oh, you were saying Bacchus. Well, actually, Parc Astérix is written like this. Not with the capital A. Sorry. Well, with the capital A, but on Astérix. Have I been to Europa Park? Yes! Yes, 3 times, I think. I've been once in 2013, and I've been for Voltron opening day, and 1 or 2 months later, I went back with Corvus and Mr. Antonio at the time. I mean, to be fair, I know you on a QWERTY keyboard, you don't have the accent, but if you at least put the E, I'll be happy. Just got back home from looting my parents' pantry. I mean, visiting my parents. Currently eating some cake while enjoying the stream. That's cool. That's cool. Well, welcome, man. It's always a pleasure to have you along. Fun fact, before streaming tonight, I've had an eclair. I love eclairs. Wrong accent, Wonky. Wrong accent. But very close, very close. That is the wrong texture. I always do this. That's fine. You can just do this. What is the Efteling of France? I think it's a trick question because it's kind of Disneyland Paris, isn't it? Parc Astérix is not really at that level yet. It might be in the 2030s, but not right now. My wife just made some of those for dessert tonight. Oh, some homemade eclairs. Oh my goodness, that would be so good. I haven't had some in... I don't think I've had some since my grandma died, like 6 years ago, I think it was. No, 5 years ago, my bad. Time is flying so fast that I'm thinking it's flying faster than it is. But yeah, she used to be an amazing cook, and she used to do homemade pastries as well. It's I'm gonna live with those culinary memories all my life. They are so expensive, yes they are. My neighbors make some of the best profiteroles. I'm not sure what that is, if I'm honest. Like, I've heard that term before, but I think it's what my dad likes, if I'm not mistaken. Probably my favorite song out of the Planet Zoo soundtrack. This is Elephant Memories. Isn't like 99% of the French cuisine butter and eggs? You think this spark would work in real life? I'm trying to make it work, yes. I'm trying... I mean, I'm taking some creative liberties, like what I'm doing right now, which is not aligned with the actual maintenance bay, but, you know, otherwise I think it could be, yes. I'm trying very hard to make it as realistic as possible, so... knowing that, I hope it would be considered realistic. Does. And now we can just use a stem to fill the rest of it. No, I've not been to OK Corral in France. Not yet. Not even sure what's there, honestly. Basically, in France, if you take a map, you know, if it's not near the north of France, I haven't done it. I don't think there's an exception to that. Oh, actually, I've done Futuroscope. This is probably the only exception to the rule. Right. Look at this. This is... Oh, no, this is not cool. There we go. Better. You, me, and other animals. Hold on, I'm not sure which one that is. Let me put this one. Oh, this is this is just the theme song. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Frontier makes really good soundtracks. Yes, they really do. And it's not Frontier, to be fair. It's J.J. Ibsen, who's got the magic sauce. Do I have a Captain Coaster account? No, I do not. No, I do my coaster counts in my notes. Yes, I know it is in the south of France, Sena. Exactly, Mass Bandit. Frontier hires people who make great soundtracks. Yes, for sure. Even though I have to give them credit for their sound design in general. I feel like the sound design is really, really great. In general, in their games. So excited for Planet Zoo 2 at the end of the year. Yeah, me too. In fact, I'm really hoping that I'm in the pipeline, you know, in the influencer pipeline for this game. I'd really, really love to be hyped about Zoo again, because for those of you who don't know, who have been PC players for a long time, for maybe ever, in fact, basically Planet Coaster, not Planet Coaster 2, Planet Zoo, sorry, has come out on console back in wow, this is gonna be a disaster. Yeah, let's not do that. I'm just gonna hide this with some foliage. But yeah, the release was a disaster. Basically, it's everything that we're saying about Planet Coaster 2, but worse. It was, at the very least. And so yeah, it wasn't well received at all. Even though it was a great game. I mean, you know Zoo, right? If you've played Zoo on PC, you know that Zoo is a great game. And so they've spent the early months fixing it, but the problem is that it lost a lot of its player base. So if it sounds familiar, that's because it happened again with Planet Coaster 2, literally the same year. So yeah, talk about a cautionary tale. They should announce the next DLC first, yeah, and they hopefully will. As I said earlier in the stream, I'm only not allowed to talk about something if I've seen anything, but if I haven't seen anything, I can tell you. And I haven't seen anything. So there's still quite a long time to wait, I'm afraid. See you, Fuggy. Short visit for today. I need to head off. Thanks for the stream, Yan. Don't worry, mate. Anytime. See, I did it again. I wanted to say man and mate at the same time. It's horrible. Always a pleasure to have you around, though, Fog. Hello, DJ Prince. What was the best theme park I've been to? The best or my favorite? I mean, technically, my favorite is the best according to my criterias, right? So I definitely want to say Europa Park then. Hey, Loudleaf Gaming, welcome to the stream. So yeah, Europa Park because it's I think it understands what people going to theme parks really want, whether it is families, whether it is teenagers, young adults. They're really good, and their park offerings and everything around the resort, like Rulantica as well, is so like it's all so well designed to make your stay or even just your day, if you're only going for a day. But I really recommend going for a stay to make your stay like crazy, like unforgettable. See you, Bandit. Thank you for tuning in for a little bit. Always a pleasure to have you around. And take care, man. Oh, you know what I would like to do? Is have a bit of flowers here. Just to disguise the ugliness of this. You're doing a day Europa Park, a day Rulantica, and then a day Europa Park and then home. I think this is good. This is almost what we'd done with Corvus and Antonio 2 years ago. We'd done one day at Europa Park with NH99, one day with Antonio's sister and his friend Flo, and the last day before heading home, we did Rulantica, just to relax, you know. But I think having Rulantica in between is a good idea, because it's actually more tiring than a regular park. Like, it's really exhausting. Feels like Europa Park is the perfect balance between theme and amusement park. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's an amusement park at all. Or ride, you mean? Well, park technically is the same. No, I wouldn't agree with that, actually. I feel like it's purely a theme park, regardless of what the offering is. Like, I assume you say that because it's got mini coasters, like pure coasters, and a lot of dark rides and what have you. But I genuinely feel like even the coasters are masterclasses in theming. So I would say it's a purely theme park. I'd like to have a thing like, yeah, like this, right here. But then again, that's just my opinion, of course. I need a door as well, don't I? Let's just steal this. Oh, and here we have some classic Planet Coaster 1 soundtrack here. See you, Senna. Thank you for tuning in. Your two favorites in the park are Dino Picnic. I think that's Madame. Oh my goodness, I don't remember that. I need to check the app. Fraudenreich? I think it is. Something like that. Hold on. I gotta check. Fraudenreich. Freudenreich. Okay. Yeah. That's what that ride's called. That is actually pretty interesting that you like this ride because it's kind of old school Omnimover dino weird thing. I'm not that much into it. In fact, I haven't done it since the retheme. What was I about to say? Yeah, Fisker's sang. Maintenance. Hey, Orlauber, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to see you. It's really, really nice to have music, honestly. Like, I liked having music from the game before, but having some actual music that's kind of random and not always the same is really, really cool. Hey Teyupume, welcome to the stream. This guy has amazing sing skills. Thank you. Thank you. I think I've sung a couple times before, actually 3 times in the videos, I think. The first one was the what's it called? The El Burro bits from the episode 3 of Camtasso Park. It wasn't really singing, but I liked it. I liked it. And it got me a sort of demonetization as well. Why are there floors backstage? Well, because it looks nice. You don't want your employees being fully depressed, right? Otherwise you're a very bad park owner. I feel like for people to want to go to work, you really have to have a nice park both in and outside the park, if that makes any sense. So yeah, really, really important for me to make the outside of the park really beautiful. And I think this is why this works really well, those little trees. I don't think I've done that very much with the rest though, so I think I think I should start working on that, but I'll definitely do that as we go into more modern areas like this one. OMG Yen, hi, I love your work in this game, you inspire me so much, I can't wait to see how this water coaster turns out. Yeah, thank you so much. Me too, honestly, I'm so hyped about Fisker's Sang. It's a really, really cool project. It's almost done. like as you can see, the outside park, the outside part, sorry, of the area is pretty much done. I only have to do the dark I almost said dark side again. The dark ride section, sorry, is going to be next on my list, and after that, I think on stream on Wednesday we're gonna do the actual water coaster layout of the ride. Even though this is already done from this block section to well, the stations. Glad to have caught one of your live stream in progress for once. Hey, thank you so much, Sam. Long-time channel supporters. Nice to have you around. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to stream every Wednesday. On Saturdays it might depend, but I'll do my best as well. You need to put another Star Wars Easter egg now. No, just the one will do. Just the one will do. I think I'm gonna try to put something in the tavern, and the reason why I don't want to do it right now is because it's gonna spoil some things for the video. Join the dark side. I'm already on the dark side, man. I've got a red lightsaber, if you know what I mean. That was edgy. What is the new coaster? I haven't seen it. What new coaster? This one? The water coaster? Is that what you mean, 10 pilots? Or that one? In the distance. The employers have a prettier workplace than my home is. Yeah, sorry. This is what we do at Belleflore. Everywhere is Belleflore. That was cringe. Yeah, that one. That doesn't help. In the distance. Wow. So see, this is exactly what I was saying last stream. I'm really sure that YouTube is not pushing my videos anymore into your suggestions and your recommendations in general. So really do ring the bell, do check your subscriptions, because this first part of the area is already out. In fact, 10 pilots, if you want to go watch this this video for 13 minutes and then come back, I wouldn't mind at all, and I'll still be here. Just a quick question, is there not a lower drop-off in the water from the station? It seems rather... Yeah, that's just the pre-made elements to go into those, essentially. It's so annoying, I know. And it looks really ugly. But I really cannot do this differently. I mean, I can, but let's look at it together, actually. Where's the other one? Hold on, I think I need to get rid of that piece first. There we go. Where's the other one? I think that would have been this. But yeah, it's basically a predetermined thing. And this was annoying as well, because this needed to be 45 degrees, which means we have a huge airtime hill coming out of the cavern here. I know that, but the big water coaster in the game has a lower drop-off that's meant to be from station to water. Yeah, I just wanted to work with the Poseidon-style water coaster, essentially. And the reason behind that, first of all, is because it's got the unthemed trains that I could theme after that. So now the trains look like this, and they look really cool. And on top of that, you also have the the lights on the bigger water coaster, which is just not good. I don't want that for the dark ride sections because it would ruin everything. So that's why, you know, if you take one or the other, you have advantages and disadvantages. If this, which will be in the darkness and not really seen, looks like this, I think I can work with that and make the rest look really good, rather than having a light and something that's too big. And also remember, the other water coaster is not supposed to be bankable like this, essentially. So that's another thing that I had to take into account, and I really wanted to. Essentially, as you can see right here, this is the beginning of the layout build. This is a terrain coaster, so this will be the world's first terrain water coaster, which is something I've never thought I'd do, but here we are. And so yeah, it was important to me to be able to bank it. I mean, you can bank it in the game. This is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's unrealistic, essentially. Right, what was I about to do? Because I've been yapping for like 15 minutes. Right, that thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't... even though it's definitely because of Frontier, I wouldn't say it was a choice, more like an oversight than a choice, really. Not to be the devil's advocate or anything, even though I've been that many times. But yeah, I feel like it's fine. It's fine. Even though lights on some coasters really need to be really need the ability to be turned off. Much like the lights on shops, in fact. That'd be nice as well. Gotta love Easy Breezy as well. Another really cool, really cool track from the Planet Coaster 2 soundtrack. Sorry to keep you yapping. This is why I'm here for. What I'm here for. I've got to yap during those streams, man. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it one bit. At a bottomless pit that spews darkness and sadness into the staff area by the parking, please. It will help improve the park. No, thank you. We don't do that here. I feel like this turn is quite tight. I'm definitely Yap BK 1608. Yeah, that's me. Something like this, perhaps. I'm fine when Frontier does visual stuff that's inaccurate, but it's quite annoying when they limit track parts for no reason, like lift hills. Yeah, it is what it is. Honestly, the most important stuff, the most important thing, sorry, about being a Planet Coaster player is being able to put up with that kind of thing. But in general, I don't think it's that big of a deal. No, I'm not gonna do that. really think it will cement the park as the best in Blanco history. Thank you. Not sure what you're talking about, but thank you. I don't know if it's gonna be the best, but I'll definitely try to give it that legendary status. I'm really proud of what I've been doing with this park so far, at the very least. There we go. The bottomless pit? No way. There's gonna be a scene of darkness here if you want, but that's about the extent of where I'll go with this. CMS, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I gotta sleep at some time. What time is it? Wow, we've already been going for 2 hours. It's crazy. Now that you've made the... Oh no, there's Moo Moo Milkshake! You're gonna miss Moo Moo Milkshake, miss! I'll answer your question in a second, Sam, don't worry. I love this song. No worries, Mumu takes precedence. Yes, it does. It really does. You know what? If I someday am lucky enough to get 25k subs, I will learn this song and make a special where I'm singing this song. Like, learn the lyrics and everything. Like, do a cover, essentially. You can clip that, by the way. In fact, I should have done this with breeze blocks instead. I just noticed. Hold on. Right, so let me answer your question now. Oh my goodness. I love this song so much. What was the question again? Now that you've made the jump from console to PC, are there things you miss about the console version, or do you consider the PC version better in every way? I would say that I miss terribly being able to play on my couch. That is the one thing I do miss the most, like the comfort of being on a couch. I'm not really into the desk experience, and this is why I play most of my games on the PS5 still. Even though I do have a standing desk, so sometimes it is cool for my back to be able to stand up. So I'm not gonna complain all that much. But oh, hold on. Let's do it the smart way. That's a castle wall. There we go. Apart from that, not really, no. I don't think, especially because the building techniques I used to do on console are things I can still do with my controller at times. And also, for example, the camera movements that I use are also things that I still do thanks to the controller. So no, not really. Apart from the couch experience, which I've always been a couch gamer. I don't think I miss much about it. No. No, I definitely do not miss the FPS cap. What else is bad? I do not miss the complexity meter. Definitely not. What else? Pretty much everything else is kind of the same, honestly. You know what? I never considered that. Yeah, it's true. It is true. I feel the same way. I have the game on both and primarily play console for convenience, but that complexity meter is getting high, so I may have to switch to PC exclusively soon. Yeah. I mean, I think I was talking about that earlier in the week when I did the first stream on Wednesday, and my conclusion was that I think the question was, do you recommend playing on a PC or on a console? And in my opinion, it depends on what you want to do as a player. You know, what kind of projects you want to do. And I feel like hold on, let me oops, nope, not this. I feel like if you just do some small scale stuff, being on a console is fine, but once your ambitions outgrow what you can do on a console, then yes, being on a PC is just like the best. This is what happened with me with Belleflore. In fact, Belleflore, as you know, was planned from day one to be a PC park, which was a weird thing to do as well, as someone at the time who didn't really have any perspective of buying a PC anytime soon. I got lucky, to be fair, having that PC that soon. But yeah, otherwise, back when I started Belleflore, I thought I was going to wait like a year before I was going to have that PC. That was kind of a crazy bet, but fortunately, I'm able to honor the bet. There's one thing from Planet Coaster 1 console that I missed from the PC version, and that's the voice acting in the campaign. The first two missions, which are only on console? Really? Oh, but from Planco 1, because I believe if I boot up the campaign, I believe you have the voice acting. I've never played the campaign though. That's not true. I have played a little bit of it. just because I'm a big completionist when it comes to games, and I was like, oh, I've never got the platinum trophy on my PS5 for Planet Coaster, even though I've played like so many hours of it, and thought I'd get it, and so I got introduced to the voice acting, which is fun. It's definitely fun. But then I got turned off by the the 30 FPS cap, because I started doing it after I made the switch on PC. To PC, sorry. Fun fact, actually, the last platinum trophy I got was Marvel Rivals. I'm a huge Marvel Rivals player. Don't know if you guys play that game at all, but I love that game so much. And I would consider myself pretty good at the game as well. I have a PC but can't be bothered to learn the controls, so I just stick to console. You mean to controller, right? Because technically you can play on PC but with a controller. And I could have done it, but honestly it's so easy to learn the PC controls. My friend is addicted to that game. I can relate, for sure. I think it's great, honestly. I think they've done a great job with that game. Are you going to stick to low spoiler streams? I think I'm just going to keep the spoilers on what we have to build per stream, essentially. Wait. Real life coasters, you really didn't know that? Well, look at that. There you go. This is console now. I'm playing with a controller now. Yeah. I would have been so sad if I wouldn't have been able to use a controller on PC, because that would have meant that my entire format was in the bin. Fortunately, that is not the case. I'm able to use the controller to do my my filming when need be. But yeah, about spoilers, I think the only spoilers you're gonna get is what we do within those streams. So sometimes it might be very spoilery, sometimes it might not. Like, this is not very spoilery in my opinion. Essentially, it's just like a warehouse. So yeah. In general, I really would like to keep the regular videos as the mainline content of the channel, and have those streams as kind of like companions if you guys want to hang out with me while I'm still working on those. That's why I think streaming is a good idea. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you guys something. So, you hear this song in the background. It's called Eldritch Waltz. It's a sort of horror track from the soundtrack. Not exactly horror, but you get what I mean. And I started writing a song for a Halloween park called Creepy Town, I think it was. But I think I changed it to another name later on. Spooky Town. Yeah. And so I started a song, and the song was like, "Come to Spooky Town where it's spooky all year. Just beware, if you're easily scared, you may find it hard to bear." And I kind of stopped there because I knew I wouldn't have the time to finish the park. But yeah. Sometimes I have those creative ideas about for videos, you know, and I just have to do them. And singing bits are things I genuinely do enjoy doing. And I hope you guys are enjoying those when I do them in the videos as well. Won't you take me to Spooky Town? Maybe well, I was about to say next year, but maybe this year. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not making any promises because I'm not really interested into doing a full-on park for Halloween. I feel like doing a blueprint would be more fitting. Maybe I'll take the second coaster that I was doing for this year's park, and make it the new. Actually, hold on. You guys want a spoiler? I think I have it in my blueprints. Yep, there it is. So that was the second coaster that was supposed to be with Pumpkin Patch Express, and this one was called Frankencoaster, and it had that very cool Voltron-like Tesla coil. It was a Vekoma LIM, and the cool thing was that at night it had that very cool light effect. And that light effect was also on the train. Hold on. Guest facing. There we go. Look at that lighting effect. So cool. Those trains are really cool as well. And then red because the machine is powering down and everything, and voila. So that was the second coaster of the Halloween project that was called Spooky Town. Unfortunately, I stopped doing that because I started basically it was actually I have to close that. Wait, does that mean that this one is too? Oh. Oh no. What about this one? Okay, this one is deactivated. So it's only this one, so that means that that one is also night only. No, it's not. Okay, weird. But yeah, Pumpkin Patch Express is after Pumpkin Patch Express, I did that Frankencoaster, which was a really good idea. I think I really enjoyed doing it. Didn't have time to finish it before Halloween, obviously, because of how late Pumpkin Patch Express came out. But maybe I'll continue working on it for this year's Halloween special. We'll see. Just 6 crashes. Belleflore is finally working on my PC. Yay! Let's go. Do, 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 do. There we go. I remember that coaster. Really liked it. Oh yeah, because I shared it to the VIPs. Wow, the VIPs have existed for so long? That's crazy. I forgot that question. Is almost all the coaster going to be indoors? How are you hiding the show building from the path, or is it not visible? It is visible, so I'm a bit worried about that. I think on this corner here I'm gonna have to do a fake house. So that's what I'll do at some point. Because as you can see from here, this is the only bit that you can very, very obviously see. Here is going to be a sort of courtyard for staff, and I'm going to have some trees here to block this show building, and there's going to be some stairs here that go over that lower section, which is for VIPs, you know, it's the office scene, and yeah, but otherwise this is what I plan to do with the show building. It's gonna be a tough one, the show building, and this is why I think I'm gonna do it last. Like I'm doing a bit of it now because I was kind of working my way towards the maintenance area, but I'll definitely finish the dark ride section first. This song is so nostalgic. Yes, it is. It definitely is. And what was the Zelda coaster? It's gonna be indoors. So no, the dark ride section and the lift tail are gonna be indoors. The coaster is going to be outdoors, essentially. So essentially the show building will extend to, I think, here. Then you're gonna have a ramp going up a hill, which will stop right about here, and the service road is gonna go under the lift hill, essentially. Or in theory, this is what it's gonna happen. Obviously, not sure. We'll see. Hey, can you show me how you did that rock work? How so? It's basically just rocks. I have returned. Welcome back, Banan. Feel like we should continue this. Like, I don't recognize which rocks. Sorry, this is the I cannot speak. Recolorable. Nope. Recolorable ones. There we go. Flexicolors. Rocks. Yen tipped the fairy tale statue onto its side. What do you mean? Which fairy tale statue? Those essentially wonky. Those are these ones, the orange rocks. Yeah, those are recolor ones. Those are the recolored ones, but recolored to my colors, essentially. You can already find the hex codes for those if you... Oh no, actually, those are different rocks, I think. But you can already download the park. So you can already get the hex codes for those types of rocks if you download the episode 6 version of the park. I mean, I don't recognize the shapes. That's because it's just a blend of many different rocks, like this one, or I don't know, that one. That one is a big one. Put the jester on its side. Why? What dark magic do you want me to perform right now? What is that? What is going on? This is such an odd request. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save my game just because I feel like it's gonna crash or something. I feel like you're having me like spawn Satan or something. Fairy tale, fountains. Let's put the gold one. Oh. Oh. Is that why you wanted me to do that? Just to see that it does that? It's funny that it's physics based. One of my favorite tracks in the Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo DLC soundtracks. Hey Osna, the area just looks fantastic. Thank you, mate. Would you like me to include like soundtracks from other games as well? I'd be down. I'm just not sure if you guys would like that. Like I like a lot of video game soundtrack, and I know it won't get DMCA'd on YouTube. So I think this is something I could do for next stream. I just wonder if that's something you guys would like. Roller coaster soundtracks, not necessarily, because I'm not quite sure what the law is around those. I know I've used some in the past in my vlogs, but I'm kind of not sure whether I want to do that. No, when I say other soundtracks, I mean from other games, like right now Baldur's Gate 3 comes to mind, Clair Obscur, what else? Hades would be nice. Things like that, essentially. Just a thought, obviously. And at least with video games, I'm sure that it won't get DMCA'd. Fog used him in his streams, and it's not a problem. Well, Fog does whatever he wants. I'll do whatever I want on my channel. Oh, this is the Sub-Explorer soundtrack. Damn, what's it called? Current events. Current. I just got the joke. So I can only assume you had a laugh with that statue. I actually found, like, I didn't have a laugh, but I was really interested by the implications of the physics-based fountain, essentially. Like, I think in the right hands, this could be a nice effect to utilize. Say for a water effect that doesn't use any triggers, for example, that'd be nice. How do you work with awkward shaped show buildings that really need to use the off-grid pieces more? Build from the inside out. This is my best advice about this. Otherwise, this is a struggle. You will struggle, and just be done with it as soon as you can. Because it's annoying as all hell. Right, you guys are saying that having other soundtracks from other games is something that you wouldn't mind. I'll see. I'll see. It's just because, candidly, I really like to sing while I build, as you've noticed before when I was singing, humming, or I don't really know what that could be described as. Moo Moo Milkshake. I had no clue it had physics. Yeah, yes it does. Well, thanks for making me discover that it had physics. Wouldn't have been possible without you. I think I have Z fighting here. Yes, I do. I was thinking use it in a really bad theme park with broken rides and jester statue that's slightly on its side. I mean, in the right hands, that jester statue can be some gold. I think I had a cancelled park on Planet Coaster Console Edition that utilized the jester really, really well. It was a fantasy park, and the place I used it was called the Mixomancer Jester, which was a bar themed around a jester that used to be a mixologist for the king and had special magic powers for mixing drinks, essentially. Hence the Mixomancer Jester. Oh, it's so good to be able to hide the show buildings. Oh, it looks so good. I've been waiting like 2 weeks to do that. Maybe even more than that, for sure. Oh, feels like it's coming together. It's so cool. I always wanted to make a theme park where things break all the time and it's really dangerous. In fact, this is what I wanted to do with my first competition, for the 5K competition last year. I wanted to do a theme park that was abandoned, actually, an abandoned theme park that you guys would have fixed, essentially. And I didn't have enough time because I was building Camtasso Park and I was way over ambitious with everything that I was doing at the time. I wanted to do too much in too little time and I was burned out at some point, as you remember. But that was supposed to be the first competition at the time, and I'm really bummed that it didn't work out this one, because it was a really unique concept, I think. Yeah, Morianne. Hey, welcome, happy summer wedding. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. WBT is getting difficulty with just me regularly working on it, but I'm sure it will get back to normal. Just take a break, man. Taking breaks is fine. As I was saying with Mass Band-Aid earlier, taking breaks is absolutely fine. This is not your job. This is supposed to be a hobby. Don't look at YouTubers saying, wow, I really want to do what they do, because, for example, when it comes to me, this is my full-time job, so I literally always do that all the time, and it's just not realistic to expect to do such a project at all. Do something for you with friends, if that helps. And of course, don't be afraid to take some breaks. Really important. It's a big project. Yes. Yes, for sure. Should do that again someday. What, the Fix-It contest? Maybe. But if I do it, I think I'll make the scope of it a little different. You know, instead of doing a full park, perhaps just fix like a handful of coasters or something like this. I don't know. There's something that can be done with it. But I feel like the Fix-It contest is a good concept indeed. I just think that doing a park is over ambitious, not only because it's a lot of work for me to make the park, even though I could do a park series and that would be a nice bonus, but I don't think I want to spend that long on an abandoned park. And on the other hand, I have to remember that you guys have to do that, and for most of you guys, I know that taking on a project of this size, of a park, you know, is really daunting, even especially for a contest. You know, it's not yours, it's something for someone else, for another purpose than your own, essentially. So I feel like this would be a bad idea, and in hindsight, I think it was a good thing that the contest did not happen. Oh, it's like New Park Who Dis. It was definitely inspired by that, but New Park Who Dis is had, well, this one had rules as well. How may I put it? It was developing a theme park. So you had a plot of land and you made your theme park on it. And you had rules, of course, that were set by the county, I think it was. Here it was a little bit different. You bought an existing abandoned theme park. So the idea was that you fixed the theme park, which is why it was called the Fix It contest. So the idea was hella cool. Like I love the idea on paper at the very least. But when you start getting into it, you do realize that it's kind of vowed to fail, essentially. It's bound for failure. This is what I meant, not vowed to fail. What the hell was it? I don't know. I don't talk good English, guys. You know this by now. This is why I script my videos, because I'm not that fluent in English. The county thing was Lakeside Vale, but yeah, it's awesome. Okay. I really want to work with Moomin again, actually, while we're on the topic of Moomin. I'm really happy that he's working on Fathom's End. I think it's a really cool project, really out of his comfort zone, and really pursuing his interest as a sim enjoyer. I think something we could do, I'm gonna ask him if he has codes once we near the release of his game. But I would really like to promote his game on a stream, for example. That'd be nice. I know it would be really outside of my comfort zone and everything, but I feel like it would be nice because Moomin has supported me for a long time, even when I was very small. I remember him commenting on Aaron Matty's Partiel Bleu Spotlight, which was so kind of him. But yeah, Moomin has been there from the very start, like Aaron Matty, and I really want to make it up to him. And so that's why I really would like to promote his game if I can. Which is why I've already shared the trailer on my channel, if you remember that. I know it's not gaining a lot of traction, but I would really like to support him any way I can. And also I'm curious. Knock off James Bond. I'm gonna tell you, because I've revealed the Camtasia World project to you guys now. I cannot wait to use that music in a Chief Beef right now. Because using it in the Chief Beef fast food place was an absolute joy. So I really want to use it in it right now, because I think it would be hilarious. and there's something really, really special that could be done. Fun fact, the park is almost fully planned right now. Oh, and actually, speaking of fully planned, I forgot about the fact that I was supposed to spoil you guys one more park, but I forgot completely because I went on a tangent, as I always do. But yeah, so we did a poll for those who weren't there earlier in the stream, and people wanted to be spoiled the next park projects, essentially. So I revealed Camtasso World, which will be a Camtasso park on the size of the Magic Kingdom, essentially. More like Epic Universe, actually, because it's more of the inspiration of Camtasso Park initially. But yeah, you get the point. And after that, well, not necessarily after, but what I've been planning for, well, since before the release of Planet Coaster 2, in fact, is an actual Marvelous Realms project. And this one I knew from the start that it was going to be a PC-only thing. And it's going to be probably my last park on Planet Coaster 2. So it's not going to exist anytime soon, that's for sure. But I'm definitely planning that park for at some point in the future, and I want to do a real good Marvelous Realms for sure. I feel like it's really important because Marvelous Realms, for now, has been 2 failures, and I don't know, 3rd time's the charm. Please make the Chief Beef Ride a shooter. No, the Chief Beef Ride is going to be a Gerstlauer bobsled. It's going to be a half dark ride, half outdoors kind of ride, essentially. And it's going to be themed around the theft of Camtasso City Museum. Bro's really out here planning his last park. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, happy summer wedding. Welcome to the VIP supporters. Thank you so much. Are you on the Discord? If you are, let me know your handle on Discord. I'll add you to the dedicated channel for VIPs. A second Gerstlauer bobsled? What do you mean a second? This is for Camtasso World, not this park. So yes, happy summer wedding. If you want to join the Discord, you will be able to give me your handle, and I will add you to the VIP supporters special chat, which is basically where I post like almost 24/7. How about a third Gerstlauer bobsled? Technically, it would be my third on the game, so yeah. How about a dueling Gerstlauer bobsled? The fun fact about the dueling Gerstlauer bobsled: this was what was supposed to be Opa's Rodelbahn. Opa's Rodelbahn, before it was what is over there, was indeed dueling Gerstlauer bobsled, a racing Gerstlauer bobsled even. And I don't exactly remember which stream that was, but I remember I did one stream where I showed the concept for for that version of Opas Rodelbahn. If you guys want to check this out. I don't remember which stream it is, sorry, I cannot give some pointers, but yeah, it exists. How long ago was the stream before you took a break? The stream break? The last stream before that was the park tour for Belleflore. So that was October, I think. I wasn't listening because I was concerned about the popularity of Dorfreise in your park. Why? What's up with Dorfreise? Dorfreise is really interesting because sometimes it's dead and sometimes it has like 20-minute queue. It's crazy. Yay. I was wondering why this was still here. Jens promised. Wonky, I didn't see that you clipped the 25k promise, but I'll stick to it. I'll stick to it, I promise. I'm playing Planet Coaster 1 right now. That's cool. That's really cool that you're still playing this game. I wouldn't be able to go back, honestly. Right. Look at that. That's looking nice. I think we're gonna do all the pipes and the fences. I'm gonna need to think about putting a ladder somewhere as well, and the air ducts, the aircon system as well. The queue is overflowing. yeah. It's honestly, Dorfreise really underrated. I don't know what that means. How about a VIP supporter, I suppose? You guessed what that STND stands for. Okay. How about a VIP supporter? You guess what that stands for? I still don't get what you mean. I wish that there would be a Planet Coaster 2 contest soon, because I love the time limit. Makes me actually finish it. I don't know about a contest. Well, I really want to do a contest for 10k, but at the rate I'm going, I'm not going to get to 10k anytime soon. But one thing that I will try to do is, if they do release a DLC at some point, I would like to do a giveaway. I don't know if that would be a possibility. I'm gonna try to negotiate something with Frontier, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. No promises. I'll try to do it. If I can, I will. If I can't, that'll be it. My game crashed again. What? To be fair, this is a heavy park. Hey D Sheriff, welcome to the stream. I still play Planet Coaster 1 as well. Got a huge realistic park I'm trying to finish before I move on to Planet Coaster 2. Well, you better get a move on, man. You better get a move on. It's been a year and a half now. Hey Emil, welcome to the stream. Right, so anyway. I feel like this is the only thing I've done on stream so far is show buildings. I have the impression that my park sucks next to yours. Don't compare. Don't compare. And as 10 Pilot says, sucks is strong language in my opinion. I feel like that's, first of all, that's just not true. And second of all, you shouldn't compare your work with someone whose literal work is playing Planet Coaster all day. This is just not fair to yourself. Do things at your own pace. Compare yourself with who you were in the past, what you were doing yesterday, and try to get a better player than yourself yesterday. This is how you reach happiness, my guys. Very true, but I have a very limited time schedule to actually play the game. That's fine. That's totally fine. Honestly, take your time. This is a game. Never feel pressured by content creators who do crazy things in a matter of weeks. This is not a realistic time frame. This is a very long-term game, and I really do not recommend trying to play the game as much as I am playing it. This is not healthy. This is not realistic either. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe this... No, this is fine the way it is. I need to actually finish the park that I started. That's another thing as well. Like, finishing parks is so rare, and usually something only YouTubers do, because that's just the nature of what we do. If you don't finish a park, that's fine. You know, it's much like Minecraft Forever Worlds. If you want, you can just build a park forever. Well, forever. At least for the game's life cycle, at the very least. And it's fine. Take your time. Enjoy it. This is fun. Hopefully. But genuinely, it is a game. Take your time. Appreciate the little things. Do what is fun for you. Showing off is for content creators, in the sense that it's not healthy to want to do crazy, outrageous, ridiculous builds. My PC handles heavier maps than this, plus I was sitting at around 110 FPS before the crash. It's only in doing this on Belleflore. I have no idea why. I'm sorry, I cannot help. I've gotten too used to comparing my work, and I'm too much of a perfectionist. As soon as something doesn't suit me, I start from scratch. Being a perfectionist is fine, but comparing is really not good. It's really not healthy psychologically. And I'd really really recommend you start. Well, I know it's hard when you're already doing something psychologically to stop, but being aware of it is the first and hardest step to take when you start to go away from it, if that makes any sense. When you start to want to go away from it. Hope that helps, at the very least. What's your opinion on Benji's adventures and Digital Dan? Well, my opinion is that I literally do not have any. I've never watched a video by Benji, and I've only watched one video by Dan, which was the one where he copied my cinematic style, essentially. But otherwise, I've never seen any other video from any of them. I do think Dan is a really cool guy. From what little exchanges or conversations I had with him, I really enjoyed the guy. Show building I'm making will be the death of me. Hey, the show building I'm making will be the death of me. We're doing exactly the same thing. I also just stopped trying to do mega parks as a kind of new player. So for example, right now I'm doing a fictional Legoland park, just a small family park. See, that's exactly the kind of thing you can do. Like, reimagine the scope of your projects. You don't have to do exactly what YouTubers are doing, like mega parks, just because it's mega sells, so do a mega park. No, don't do a mega park. I'll literally say it for you. Do not do a mega park. This is a bad idea. It was the worst decision in my life. 0 out of 10 would never recommend it. No, but seriously, like, if we do mega parks, it's because we want to do. It's because it's good for content. If you don't do content, never try a mega park. It's pointless. It's literally pointless. It's time spent doing something for thousands of hours, like literal thousands of hours. And it's just not worth your time at all. As I don't want to say a casual player, because some of you are really hardcore Planet Coaster players, but as a non-content creator player is what I'm saying, if that makes any sense. I'm trying I'm trying not to sound condescending. Trust me, Yan, I do the same in the Roblox equivalent of in this. Okay. I don't know, I'm not familiar with Roblox. Have fun, that's the most important thing. Yes, Absolutely. And with that, I'm gonna head to bed. Have a nice one, everyone. Thank you, Hendrik, for tuning in. Always a pleasure to have you around, man. Wow, I missed a lot of messages. Good night, good night. My phone ran out of battery again. Marilyn, hello. Hello, look at you. You're on the screen right now. Lovely to have you around, man. Oh, man. Woman? I don't know. That's not the thing you say. I don't know. I feel like I say man for everyone, and you're like the only woman here now that Miss is gone, so. Anyway, welcome. It's always lovely to have you. And Legoland Park is really fun since they aren't very detailed parks to begin with. So I can use these types of small parks to practice detailing. Exactly. That is the mentality that you have to. I was planning on having like long ago, before I realized tutorials were not for me, but I was planning on doing a video on how to find your creativity and why you are always burnt out playing Planet Coaster, and basically the things to avoid, if that makes any sense. And I'm realizing you guys need that like right now. Like that would be handy for a lot of folks. I just don't know if I have it in me to do tutorials again. It's really not my type of content. I don't have the patience to do tutorials at all. I'm really fine with giving advice on streams like I'm doing right now, but otherwise I'm rubbish, I feel like, at tutorials. It's sticking out. Oh no, it's still sticking out. No, it's not. Benji really picked up Blanco quick. To be one of the best builders. It's very quick. The only thing I've seen of Benji, I've toured this park, I think, when I started on PC. Not my style of park. Like it's big and everything. It's very much that dream park feel. Not my style. This is as much as I will say about Benji. Because I just don't know what he does. I seem to remember that it's popular though. It's worse for horror heights. Yes, it is. That's for sure. Don't I need to make more buildings in my parks? Yes, for sure. For me, it is essential that the immersion is total in my park, so I do the backstage. The visitors can absolutely under no circumstance see them and see other areas of my park. Yeah, I understand what you mean about the about that. I'm really thriving to do the same. It's always really hard, but I'm going to try to hide that corner, for example, as a building, for instance. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to do that off stream anyway, so don't sweat about it. But yeah, it's it is a struggle, but in the end, when you have views like this, it's worth it. Like when you're walking around the park yourself and taking in the sights. Like, I mean, for example, this is a tiny detail, but at first I realized that this place, this plaza in front of the restaurant, was really cool because it has a view of the entire park, and I really like places like that where you can literally see everything in the park. And one thing that I realized is that when you were queuing, for example, for the drink shop here, you wouldn't be able to see the manor behind it if there was a wall, because this is a copied version of the photo booth. The photo booth. You get what I mean. The right photo booth at the exit of Borealis. So what I did is that I opened the wall and had this view of the manor through it, which is such a tiny detail, but sightlines are so important indeed. Hey, Chicken Viking, thank you so much for becoming a VIP. And if you're not on the Discord, I'm not sure if you are. Let me check actually, hold on. But if you are, I will add you to the VIP. I will give you the VIP role. Let me check. Chicken Viking, yeah, that's you. There you go. So now you're in the VIP channel. Thank you for joining, by the way. And you're going to be able to see like literal daily, if not hourly, content. Wow, you guys are talking so much. Need a top hat tutorial. This is probably something that Corvus has. Fence back on, I put on the workshop. That's cool. Not much. The videos are bad, but the videos feel a lot less personal. Okay. Welcome back, Senna. So worth mentioning that is that family coaster are, at least for me at the moment, the most fun to build because it's so small. You're willing to dedicate your time to make it perfect. Exactly, and my philosophy when doing family coasters is that if you cannot do an interesting family coaster, or even, dare I say, junior coaster, you're just not going to be able to do a good thrill coaster. Like you need to understand coasters in their most basic forms to be able to do some really good coasters at the end. And on top of that, I will add that in theme parks, lineup is extremely important. So yeah, having a mix of, you know, junior coasters, family coasters, and whatnot is extremely important. Yeah, and you've got to add water guns on the side of the bridge to get the boats. So this is something I considered actually, and I was about to start doing that. I can't remember when, but I was going to, and then I realized, wait, this is not necessarily a water ride. This is a dark ride first and foremost. And when you're relaxing on the dark ride, you don't necessarily want to get wet, because if you, well, now you can't see it because the boat is always already past. But the splash here is not that big, so I feel like this would not be a ride you would ride to get drenched. And from that standpoint, this is why I decided against water guns. But the water guns are going to come with the rapids that will be over there. So don't worry, there will be some water guns, but not in this area. I didn't feel like it was appropriate. Love the work you're doing. Can't wait for the exclusive sneak peeks. You're gonna get a ton. I'm gonna tell you that. But thank you again for becoming a VIP. And for someone who's been a supporter for as long as you've been, it's really like the next step into the Yen BK experience. So I hope you really enjoy that. Yen, what does the splash look like? Okay, I'll give you a splash. Come on, faster. Okay, so the splash looks something like this? Question mark? Anytime now? There we go. Like, it's really, really small. Like, it's nothing big at all. And this is why I feel like, you know, it's kind of like the Flying Dutchman at Efteling. You don't ride it to get wet. You ride it because it's a really immersive dark ride experience first and foremost. And you don't ride it for the coaster at all. So I feel like Fisker Sang should be exactly that as well. Is the Mayan area next? No, the next area is going to be the American area. So it will be the GCI, the Rapids, and the Vekoma LIM. So how much of the ride will be a show building then? Only the dark ride section, which will be this. Oh, why have you stopped? Oh no, it stopped. The music stopped. Why has the music stopped? There we go. Panic. It's fine. How much of the ride will be a show building then? Only the dark ride section. So this scene, the second scene, and the lift hill. The rest will be terrain water coaster over there. Yeah, the tunnel, the little cavern into the splash zone was really inspired by what Nigloland is doing with Campus Expedition. Yes. Will it be full dark ride before the splash? Yes. Well, no. Before the coaster, yes. I love how the entrance... Yeah, I've read that. Yeah, my area is next. Yeah. It's gonna be inspired by the Rocky Mountains and Bryce Canyon. And all that. It's gonna be really cool. How much space do I have on the map when the full lake is full? Lake loop is full? Well, a lot, but still. Honestly. I'm not gonna fill the entire map, this is not the goal of it. But I'm going to fill all of this and all of the service roads and backstage stuff that comes with that. American themed dinosaur area seems perfect. This is not where I'm going to go. You had any hotels in the park in any areas? I'm currently debating whether I should add an hotel, but if that will be the case, it will come later on in the series. Right now, I'm debating whether I should have an hotel in the Mexican area. I would like to have something like a hacienda, essentially. A hacienda is like a big house around the plantation somewhere, and I would really like to explore that theme, and have something really relaxing. Maybe have swimming pools, something like that. So yeah, we'll see where that leads me. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Just got here. What's up? The ceiling, the roof, actually. Welcome, EK Frills, to the stream. I think I should extend the roof a little bit to go there. You know what I could do as well to hide the show building is fake trees. I could do that. Sounds great. Something like mention the Lucy at Portaventura. I think so. I'm not that familiar with that, but I think so. Yes. The idea that I have written down so far in my notes is to have like a main building that looks like a building that is near Miami. It's called Villa Vizcaya. So I'm gonna put that in the chat for you guys. It's Villa Vizcaya, something like that. Because the main building is kind of like that hacienda look, and what I really like, I've been there. What I really like about this place is that it has this really open heart of the house with a beautiful glass ceiling, and I really want it to be the lobby of the hotel with possibly a restaurant in there as well, where you could get your breakfast as well in the morning. Also inspired by Nigloland's Erizo. And yeah, lots of ideas are coming together about that, so I'm really inspired to do a hotel, and if that is the case, I will try to do it in the Mexican area, inspired by Villa Vizcaya and also the Erizo restaurant. I absolutely see the vision. Thank you so much, Emil. Yeah, I think it'll be good. It'll be a nice opportunity to do to use for the first time the water rides as well, because I would like to do a water complex. And yeah, we'll see where this takes us. Again, this is just an idea for now. I'm not sure if we're gonna have the space for that, because we have a launched RMC to put behind this as well, so this will be tricky. But I think there's a possibility that this will see the light of day. And on top of the main building, which will look like Villa Vizcaya, I think I want to have smaller homes as well around the gardens of that estate. So we'll see. I'm really hoping, and I know 10 Pilots, you've said that fully furnished hotels in Planet Coaster always amaze me. I'm not sure I'm going to do that, but I'm hoping that hopefully at some point an update might bring back hotels. We shall see. I feel like it's a good possibility. A lot of people have been asking that since the game even was announced. I remember it was in my my 10 things I want, no, 10 things you want in Planet Coaster 2 video. So, I don't know, we shall see. I really hope we will see that someday, though. I don't think I've seen anyone do lodge-style hotels, though. Ha! That's really funny that you would say that, because that was literally the plan after... So, after Belleflore on console was over, my plan for the future after that was something called High Pines Retreat, which you could see a hint of in my building tutorial video. And essentially it was a water park complex around a lodge style build. Again, can we see the station? Nope, no spoilers of the inside, sorry. When their chat show did that? Okay. I haven't watched him in years, honestly. You can make a hotel of the estate. Yeah, that's the idea. That's the whole concept behind the well, so far it's called the La Hacienda Hotel. So we'll call it that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to cover up like all that facade here. It's gonna be a hard thing to do, but it's doable. Yes, you've seen it because you're a VIP, Wonky. I mean, if you guys want to become a VIP, do become a VIP. This is where you'll see literally everything I do completely WIP. The VIP is the WIP channel, essentially. But beyond that, in time, there will be some screenshots of the finished builds for channel supporters as well, as there always was. Can't remember it though. Well, just scroll up, man. Wait, was the station part of the VIP bit? Thought it was just a queue. No, literally everything. Like, everything that is a spoiler is shown to the VIPs. Basically, once a bit of a thing that is not done is done, if that makes any sense, I show it on the VIP Discord channel. Like, I show a lot of things on the VIP Discord channel. Like, I'm there every hour of every day. And it's really, really nice if you want to give me feedback live as well. And every single one, well, I think, well, Wonky became a VIP a little while ago, and he really, really seems to enjoy it so far, even though he forgot the station. What countries have I made so far? So I've made France, I've made Germany, and I've made Norway. Technically, I have 2 areas that are France, but one that is actually themed. The manor grounds, obviously, are French themed because it's literally the historical things. But this is not well. It is French, but it is northern France, and it's themed around the industrialization of northern France. Remember, though, this before being a train-themed area was a kiddie section that was the first thing that was built to the park, in the park. Sorry. So this is why it looks a bit funky, but yeah. No Dutch section in this park. I feel like this would be a little redundant with the Norwegian area, and I feel like if you do a Dutch area, you need to have a water coaster, and I already have a water coaster here. Plus, Dutch areas, a Dutch area would be flat, which this park is around hills, even though it doesn't seem like it because I flattened everything so I can do the terrain better later on. But yeah, no, it's a park around hills, and I really want to take advantage of that. This is why I've chosen themes that really go along that idea. So obviously in the flattest portion here, we have the northern fronts thing. Here though, where it's probably one of the biggest hills in the park, we obviously have the alpine area. And then here you have something themed to a fishing village, but the idea is to have this hill here that will be in the background of the area, which will represent fjords of Norway, essentially. Next park is Contessa World, so no Dutch. There will be Blanco though. Hang on a VIP Discord channel. How don't I know about this? Well, you're not a VIP, that's why. There's been a tier added around, I want to say October? Yeah, October, I think. And yeah, you can now become a VIP supporter if you want to join the VIP channel, essentially. Windmill flat ride. You know what you need for the windmill flat ride? You need this. This ride as the windmill flat ride. Do it, email. We want to see it now. Yeah, and I am a VIP. Are you? I don't think so. I would have seen it. Let me check real quick. Current level, VIP supporter. Nope, you are not. You are a channel supporter. You are not a VIP supporter. Are you going to make an area based off an African country? Nope, I will not. The only areas that I've planned are basically European and 2 American here. And the reason for that is that I don't have infinite space, and also I want to do themes that I want to do. Is VIP different to joining the channel? Yes, it is. So now you right now are a channel supporter, and the VIP supporter tier is a something on top of that, essentially. So how do I join? I will literally do it right now. Well, literally the same way you joined the channel supporter thing. You can choose to join the channel supporters or the VIP supporters. That's how it works. But literally the same way, I think. I don't know. I've never joined it myself. I cannot. Maybe a gold icon for the VIP. I cannot do different icons for levels on YouTube, unfortunately. But on Discord, you will get your gold roll, indeed. And can we short for VIP soon? What do you mean? Anyway, I haven't built anything because I was yapping so much. With Camtasia World, I'm really looking forward to remaking a Hawaiian area. I feel like the Hawaiian area wasn't that great. YouTube short, like promised. If you look at the conditions now, this is not one of the things I do anymore. The shorts were not really that good, honestly. I did promise POVs though, and I haven't done any so far. So you will definitely get a POV of Fisker Sang once it's complete. Nope, I am not gonna make a Belgium section. If you want to see every plan that I have for the park, there is an episode. There is episode 5 if you want to check it out. Hey Joshua, thank you so much for becoming a VIP. I'll add you to the Discord channel right away. And also, happy summer wedding. I see that you're still around. If you want to see the VIP chat as well, you need to join the Discord, so I can add you to the VIP role, essentially. Because right now you're just giving me free money, essentially, which is just not fair. So Joshua, there we go. You are now a VIP on the server. Thank you so much again. Like a standalone that will never be able to for general public. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's the exact point of the POVs. I should have done that with Borealis. I feel like I was too rushed for time at the time, but otherwise I should have done it because it was already into effect. And of course, this is not something that will happen with with DLC content, for example, NDA content, I should say. Thanks, Yan. Take my money. Being this skilled at building parks deserves payment. Well, I'm honestly really honored that you guys think that my content is so good that it deserves your supports, your monetary support. It really means the world to me. Like, if you would have told me that 4 years ago when I started, I would not have believed you. It's crazy. And honestly, thank you guys for supporting me every month, because it's genuinely helping me get closer to being able to basically make a living through YouTube. It's really hard, it's a struggle, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, and thanks to you guys, you make that worth it. Oh, listen to this. This is the soundtrack I chose for this area. This is great. Very fitting. It's so tranquil, this soundtrack. Can we see something? No, we can't. That's cool. We probably can from there, though. Actually, we can't. That's cool. That's actually cool. Well, this guy knows how to do good sight lines. I mean, he says with literally this corner of the building sticking out. I got all the money in the world, not literally. I wish I got all the money in the world, but I literally do not. I'm trying to be generous with what I have, which is not a lot. I really am lucky that my family and my parents have really taught me the value of money and generosity in general, because well, the value of anything, really. I know it's a weird thing to say, but I do mean it. Yes, my weird Sierra coaster is done. Yay! Actually, email if you're on the Discord. You could share that in media if you don't mind, so we can all see it. I'm on PC now as well, so I can show you guys on the stream. That'd be cool. There are so many good soundtracks. Yes, I actually love this splashdown. Me too. Me too. It's really cool. Can you stand on the bridge in Tejit Cam so we can see the drop on and lake? What's it worth to you? Nah, I'm kidding. We're gonna have to wait till a boat drops. Hold on. Gonna have to fast forward again. There we go. It's a really small splash. Oh, there's something I want you guys to see. I've done a right photo, obviously, and look at that. Look at that seagull photo bomb. It's so cool. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, the Mega Coaster looks really, really cool. To be fair, not to toot my own horn or anything, but like literally, the whole park from guest view really, really looks great. Like I'm really, really proud of the. Well, it's shot composition, isn't it? Sight lines. I should stop this. Love the seagull. Me too. Yeah, the seagull is really, really special. And adds a bit of humor to the ending. You know, you're getting your right photo and you're like, oh my god, there was a seagull there. I didn't even see it. And then you're like, was the seagull actually there? And then you realize, yep, it's right there. Yeah, this area is really, really cool. It's like painting. Yes, it is. It really is. Makes me want fish and chips though. Well, you probably can get that in the kids menu at the restaurant if you like. Okay. And one more here. What time is it? It's midnight already? What the? What do you mean? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you guys, what do you think? Shall we end the stream? And perhaps a bit of a wild idea for VIPs, but perhaps you could add work in progress park codes for us to see. I, for one, would love to see it. So I did toy with that idea. Problem is, you cannot do unlisted things on the Frontier Workshop, so park codes is out of the question. But the way I wanted to do it is to do it through collabs. This is how I share my parks, my WIP parks, to my friends, like my moderators, for example, to Broccoli, Birdie, Miss, or whoever, really, not necessarily moderators, to my friends in general. And I did toy with that idea, but I feel like it would be so annoying to keep track of. And do you imagine if I have to do a collab per person every day? That would be really, really annoying. But what if you only put the code on the VIP Discord channel so we could access it? But the problem is, if you put something on the Frontier Workshop in public, even though it's, I don't know, a really bad thumbnail. Yes, I almost cursed here. It will still be public, and that's the point. I don't want it to be public. So, yep. No way I'm going to do that. And as more VIPs join, it's less and less likely that I do the collab thing. Because I don't really know how I would manage it. And how that would work for console players as well. Like, that would not be fair either. So, yeah. But I did think of it before you mentioned it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said all that. I really wanted it to be a thing, but it's just not possible unless we have unlisted files on the Frontier Workshop. Anyway, guys, let's do a little save. Are we good? We are. All right, so we've done this. Pretty cool, honestly. I mean, it's a show building, so it's not that cool, but I feel like we've done some good progress compared to last stream. I feel like this show building is much larger than the one we've done on Wednesday, and especially this little thing I'm really proud of. I feel like it's a cool solution to the fact that the maintenance bay is a little lower than it's supposed to be. Hey Jacob, welcome to the stream even though we were about to stop the stream. What's my favorite roller coaster? Right now my top one is Voltron at Europa Park. Show buildings are cool, that is true. That is true, that is the way you dress ugly boxes like those. So anyway, hopefully by Wednesday I will have done, or at least planned, the rest of the Dark Ride section here. And we'll be able to work on the layouts, hopefully. We'll see. No promises, but I think it's doable. I think it's doable. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for becoming VIPs for those of you who have, and also for those of you who have become channel supporters. I think there's one or two. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. Will you do theming on streams? Yes, of course. Basically, what I will do on streams is the next task that I have to do, essentially. When is the next stream? The next stream will be on Wednesday. After that, there will possibly be another one on Saturday, but it's always at 8:30 p.m. Paris time. And yeah, if you want to join, do come in. Usually I try to plan my stream, like it's supposed to show up as a scheduled stream. Now that I'm on PC, it's way easier to do it that way, rather than, you know, having to do a post and a Discord post. It was really annoying to do it like that before, but now it's much easier. And very easy to keep track of. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for having joined me on this we're not Wednesday, on this Saturday evening. It was really nice to spend a Saturday evening with you guys, and I'm really eager to see you guys again on Wednesday. So see you all. Thank you again. Bye bye. No. Bye. I think I did one too, but